It is 4 times the size of Fallout 4.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 deeply disappointing video game reveals. For this list, we'll be looking at game reveals that were a bit lackluster or missed the mark entirely. Let us know which game you're not going to be playing in the comments section below. Before we continue, we'll be doing a deep dive on this list's #1 entry over on Mojo Plays, so be sure to check it out once you've finished watching. Number 10. Fallout 76. We understand trying to change things up to keep the experience fresh, but maybe don't change one of the main reasons your entire series is so beloved. While the initial reaction to a new Fallout game was one of overwhelming excitement, it dwindled rapidly when we learned that there would be no NPCs. Fallout usually has unique and quirky characters and intelligent writing. It's one of the things that fans love and have come to expect from the series. Single-player focused storytelling was always its strong suit, so the reaction to news of an online-only experience was doomed to be less than stellar.
For when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild.
Number 9. Wii Music. Can we please have an E3 without anything cringy happening? Nintendo definitely won the Awkward Award in the 2008 Expo when introducing Wii Music, the Wii's very own take on the music video game genre. Audiences who were lucky enough to attend the presentation in person were graced with Nintendo executives' magnificent performances as they demonstrated the game live. Watching them dance as they played made everyone sink into the seats and shut their eyes, and the offbeat performance was one of the poorest renditions of a Mario theme we'd ever heard. Number 8. As Dusk Falls.
We were on our way to start a new life that summer.
When all we hear is the most powerful console ever, and teraflop this, teraflop that, we're going to expect some graphically impressive games in the Series X game showcase, not an interactive graphic novel. We're sure the game will have a great story and will emotionally resonate with a lot of people, but a new console showcase should highlight what makes the console stand out, both from its predecessor and its competitors. Games like Life is Strange and Heavy Rain are both story-driven, but they also play like traditional video games. As Dusk Falls looks like it'll just be flipping digital pages. Number 7. Call of Duty: Infinite Warfare.
This is a full-blown invasion.
Oh my god.
If announced today, this game would probably receive a much warmer reception. Unfortunately, they were a few years too early. Marketing it as a return to its roots entry while setting the game in space and on different planets set off alarm bells for many. Fans had been growing more and more tired of the futuristic additions to the gameplay and the convoluted perks and abilities of the previous games, and were hoping that their concerns would be heard. Instead, we got the Infinite Warfare reveal trailer, which became the most disliked gaming video ever in 2016. Number 6. Shenmue III. The first 2 games in the Shenmue series were widely held in the highest regard. For years, fans had been dreaming of a long-awaited third installment. Almost a decade and a half after the release of Shenmue II, the announcement finally came, but it wasn't what most fans had hoped for. The news came paired with a Kickstarter campaign, which meant that there was a chance that the game still wouldn't come out if its monetary goal wasn't met. It also gave cause for concern that the long-awaited game would suffer from budgetary limitations. So while exciting, this announcement also inspired a fair amount of anxiety. Number 5. Steep.
So for the first time, we are combining the thrill of action sports with a fully explorable open world.
Ubisoft has made great games over the years: Far Cry, Rainbow Six, Splinter Cell, and Assassin's Creed, just to name a few. So, at the Ubisoft E3 2016 media briefing, when we all heard a new IP was inbound by the team that had worked on The Division, Assassin's Creed, and Splinter Cell, we were all giddy with excitement. Could it be a new shooter or an action-adventure? No. Instead, what was announced was an open-world sports title. While not necessarily a bad thing in and of itself, the resumes of the developers involved kind of created some false expectations. Number 4. The Elder Scrolls Blades. Oh, this game sucked. Whenever the words The Elder Scrolls are heard, heart rates increase and gamers collectively hold their breath. The series has won millions of fans over with its stunning vistas, fantastical creatures, world-building lore, exploration, and a genuine sense of adventuring. Unfortunately, the announcement that Blades was going to be a mobile game left many fans looking to each other for emotional support. It stripped away the sense of exploration and the open world, and simplified its first-person combat. Essentially, what we got was a generic dungeon crawler with an Elder Scrolls coat of paint slapped onto it. Number 3. Metal Gear Survive.
Welcome to D-Day, the world beyond the wormholes.
The first Metal Gear game released following the departure of Hideo Kojima was almost inevitably going to be met with a poor reception. He was Metal Gear, and if Konami was going to continue the series without him, the next entry would have to be mind-blowingly good. Sadly, it wasn't. When Metal Gear Survive was announced as a co-op survival shooter that brought nothing new to the table, the collective worst fears of the fanbase were seemingly realized. Metal Gear was no more. Even if it didn't have the Metal Gear name attached to it, its poor presentation, stiff animations, and uninspired combat would have still left everyone yawning.
Forgive me for what I'm about to do.
Number 2. Diablo Immortal. We all knew this one was coming. Players sink thousands of hours into each game in the Diablo series, so it's safe to say they're invested and are craving more content. We all hoped for a full PC release of a new Diablo, but what was announced to us was, yep, you guessed it, a mobile game. A hardcore gamer's game released exclusively on a casual gamer's device was not the best move to make, and the boos among the crowd and their perplexed faces were a massive indicator of that. It's okay though, we all have phones, right? Right?
Hey, just was wondering, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?
No, it's a fully fledged Diablo experience on mobile.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Grand Theft Auto 5.
You see it in the movies. I wanted to retire from what I was doing, you know?
In 2011, the trailer for GTA 5 was revealed. Fast forward to 2014, and we got a trailer for GTA 5 again, this time on Xbox One, PC, and PS4. It had only been out for a year, but at least it looked better. Come 2020, and we got another GTA trailer. Is it GTA 6? No, it's the same darn game that's been out for 7 years and released on 2 generations of consoles already. Fortnite is also being released on next-gen consoles, and we expect that to happen on every new generation. But please, don't let it happen with GTA 5. Rockstar probably expected the backlash, but it doesn't matter if people keep purchasing the game.
So now what?
If you want to know why we chose our number 1 pick for this list, head over to Mojo Plays and watch our in-depth analysis of the entry. Check the link in the description below.